Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where it kind of maybe feels like we're spinning our wheels a little bit, but I promise that we're not. We are definitely not. We are making progress. It may not feel like it. Well, that's weird. So, I'll be honest, I did not see that one coming. The Swiss Imperial Confederation has joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. What are you doing, Switzerland? They're fascist. Fascist Switzerland. Okay. So they're not in a war right now, but they're probably going to get called in. Okay, this is going to be really weird. Luckily, we don't exactly care. We don't exactly care. What we do care about is the fact that we have very little steel, but we are throwing that steel into our navies, and we're also getting very, very close at this point to getting our coast guards finished up. That's fantastic. How are we doing on our repair queue? Still only have 3 ships being used for repairs right now, or 3 dockyards being used for repairs, rather. That's okay. I think a lot of this was because I set this up before these went into the queue. Or, actually, I set it up after they went into the queue. So I think the queue is a little bit messed up on that front. I do want to have modern tanks be up above this round of destroyers, as well as infantry equipment. There we go. We have a lot of infantry equipment stockpiled. Okay, we'll be fine on that front for a while. Region-wide industrial integration. Do it. Fantastic. Absolutely do it. We need to get ourselves... Where did that go? Where indeed? Am I just blind? Is it up here? No. It may have been one of the locations that were overbuilt already, in which case it's unfortunate. Oh, no, it's right here. I was blind. Perfect. We're going to put in... I guess a military factory. I feel like we have enough civilian factories, but our military factories aren't going to be the most useful right now because we have that big old steel shortage. It's not shocking, per se, but it is what it is. So, I mean, we're going to need to work on our trade situations, that's for sure. I think I'm going to rework all of these. So we're going to remove all regions from all of these fleets. Like so. Okay, so somebody like this. This is our most powerful fleet right now. And in fact, this has everything except the light cruisers at this time. That's great. We're going to go ahead and have it simply... Do we want to escort... do I want to do convoy escort or just patrol? I think we're going to have it just patrol for right now. I did that wrong. I think we're going to have it just patrol for right now. These guys, they are going to patrol the African coast. These guys are going to patrol the Western Mediterranean. Now, I realize they can't get there right now. This is inaccessible to them. So they're going to do naval exercises for now. These guys, they are going to patrol the central Mediterranean. Now they can get there. These guys, they are going to patrol the eastern Mediterranean. They can't get there, so they're going to do naval exercises. These guys, they are going to patrol the Aegean. They can't get there, so they're going to do naval exercises. These guys... I think that they are going to... Do we want to come up this way? Or do we want to patrol these regions? I kind of feel like we want to patrol the Caribbean for now. As well as over here. Okay. And then these guys, they're going to come over here to the Western Canal Zone and patrol. For now. Actually, no, they're not. They're going to go to the Mexican coast and patrol. Like that. Okay, now in theory, all of these have automatic ship split off, which is what I want. Okay. So there we go. Now we are working our way up on our Navy experience, not by a huge amount, but it is on its way up. And that's good, because we are currently extremely close to getting our final destroyer model. Now, if we come in here, we know that we're going to need the improved depth charge mortar first, and that's okay. But we've got basically everything other than submarine and mine upgrades at this point. And yeah, that's all submarine mine laying there. Naval mines damage, yeah. That's all well and good. So we're going to continue working on all of that, and we can look at our naval map mode here. I mean, it's not going to be great for now, but I'm hoping that we will at least be able to get our trade with the US well protected. That would be nice, because we need that steel. Now, we are currently producing how many destroyers per day? We're currently producing a destroyer 1.23 per month. That's not bad. Cruisers, 4.75 per year. Heavy ship hulls, 0.67 per year. And submarine hulls, we are producing 1.55 per month. So that's going pretty well, honestly. These four, they are going to hop into this Coast Guard unit. And we're going to continue our stepped up recruitment right now. This is completely fine. We are going to drop off our recruitment once we finish this up over here. Draft dodging, huh? Now, this is probably caused by our low war support. In fact, almost certainly this is caused by our low war support. And yeah, we need to deal with this. Right. Okay, so a new report by the War Office shows a marked reduction in available manpower. It appears that the latest batch of recruits is much smaller than initially expected. The discrepancy is currently under investigation, but first leads point toward a large number of people who are technically fit for service managing to avoid the draft through various means. 18-year-old students are suddenly skilled workers employed in critical war industry. Former athletes failed their fitness tests, and in some cases, apparently, recruits have simply vanished without a trace. When people are caught and interrogated, they point towards the poor conditions in the army, the indifferent officers, and not wanting to die for a lost cause. We're not losing, but okay. Military leaders demand a harsh crackdown on people avoiding the draft, but many in the government believe that improving the living conditions of enlisted soldiers might be the better approach. And indeed it is. Minus 120 political power, but I'm okay with this. Do it. Fantastic. So we're negative in our political power for a little while, but that's fine. We don't necessarily mind that at all. Now, we are currently working on resistance suppression, and is that really the best thing for us? Naval production is what we want to be working on. So that's what we'll do. Plus 20% naval production. That's going to be way better for us right now. 1.39 per month, 5.37 per year, 0.76 per year, 1.75 per month. Very nice. And we're not making progress down here, obviously. And that's to be expected. Now, we are up to 45 naval experience right now. So let's see if we can't recreate that destroyer variant. And that was, let's see, the 1944 destroyer hull. We probably, I mean, this is just the Mark II, right? So let's go ahead and call that the Mark II. And we want this to be very heavily focused on anti-submarine charges. That said, we can't do that yet because I'm a moron. We still need to finish up this. We need the advanced anti-submarine mortar before we can do it. That's okay. We'll probably end up needing some additional naval experience for it. How are we doing on our trade convoys being raided? Okay, that is coming up. Excellent. I'm not exactly sure what our base war support is right now. We did just hammer it through industrial land appropriation. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. How are we doing over here? Mediocre, but that's to be expected. Okay. Sounds good. Hello, pause menu. Fantastic. So what is our current issue here? Minus 10% recruitable population factor. Okay. Well, this should get solved, in theory. And we don't really necessarily mind having a bit of a political power drop right now. We do actually mind having a manpower drop right now. We're losing some mobilization right now. That's to be expected. But interestingly, that is being reduced by our war support's mobilization speed reduction. So there is that. There is definitely that. How are we doing on our training over here? Coming along nicely. That's good. There's a attack force over here. Yeah, you can see here they just have subs. Okay. Just subs. Well, let's take a look at how these are progressing, shall we? So we only have 2 battleships here. 30 submarines. Hang on a moment. That's supposed to be 20. There we go. Let's check that all of these are correctly apportioned. And indeed they are. Fantastic. How are our repairs going? We're actually making good progress on our repairs. I mean, we have a lot still in queue, no doubt about it, but that's fine. Okay, so we have these guys ready to go. They all go into this Coast Guard. Wonderful. And we are going to be backing off on this recruitment quite soon. But it's going to be a little while yet. We need these guys to be ready to deploy. How many total do we need? Not very many. Do we need 8 total? Let's see, 64 here. So that's going to be a total of 6 needed here. And then 3 here? 2 here. So we actually only need 7. So we're going to cancel production of this line. Because we only need these 7 right now. That'll be great. That means we'll be using less manpower. In theory, we should have this draft evasion crisis finished up. How long on our depth charge mortars? Another 10 days. Not too bad there. We're cruising ahead at speed 4. What's the US think of us these days? They're pretty salty. That isn't shocking. How's Japan doing in their war against the Allies? They got pushed out of India pretty thoroughly, but the draft reform has proved effective. They're probably going to be able to hold them in this choke point, is my guess. The social measures passed by the government as part of a larger process of reforming the military recruitment policy has proven surprisingly popular. Higher pay and more frequent leave are often cited as the biggest new benefits, but many also point to the new government programs to support war widows and orphans. Fewer and fewer men can justify refusing their country's call to the colors, and public support for draft dodgers has all but disappeared. Indeed, there's been a recent upswing in public support for the government as more and more people realize that the Brazilian way of life is under attack. Plus 5% base stability and plus 5% base war support. That's nice. Depth charge mortars have finished up. We're going to immediately work on improved depth charge mortars. And the torpedo launchers have finished as well. We are going to continue working our way through our submarine researches. Fantastic. So it'll be about 82 days here until we are ready to, or actually 80 days, until we are ready to get our destroyers up to our actual standard here. They're by no means at the actual standard right now. They're quite bad, in all actuality. So that's definitely a thing. I wonder what the Soviet Union's been up to. It's been very quiet over there. Very quiet indeed. Interesting. So, the UK still has a war goal on them. They're in the Comintern faction, of course. Yeah, not a whole lot, really. They've just been kind of chilling. Letting us do our thing. There's a naval combat going on over here. And, I mean, we're going to lose that. That's okay. We don't mind losing these current current ships. All we're trying to do right now is generate Navy experience. That's pretty much all we're doing. And finishing up our Coast Guards, of course. That's the thing that we're doing. So we just finished up a cruiser. That's wonderful. 3 October 1952 for the next one. I mean, we're producing 5 per year. That's really not bad. Especially when you consider that a lot of them don't get destroyed in these combats. They just need repair. And we're almost through our repair queue. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. We're very, very happy about that. Another destroyer is about to finish up. We're finishing a lot of those. Destroyers and submarines, we're just tearing through them. To the point where I don't think that we need to be having this line here. Or this line here. Or, honestly, this line working on cruisers. We can toss a few more of these at repairs. And then we can toss the rest at these convoys. Having another unit of heavy ships being made is, I think, a good idea. Because we're only getting 0.77 of those per year. So now we just doubled that, and that'll be good. Excellent. So let's go ahead and unpause here and continue. I actually intended to be unpaused that whole time, but here we are. We're going to grab what we can from the UK here in terms of steel. And I mean, we're supposed to be getting more than this from Turkey, but it is what it is. We know that we're having some issues in these naval supremacy battles, but we'll get there. We will absolutely get there. We're not in any hurry here. Improved submarine snorkels, finishing up in 2 days. And at some point, we probably do want to start building some carriers. I don't think we can without creating an actual carrier design, so we're going to hold off on that for now. Improved submarine snorkels have finished up. We actually have a speed increase here. If we wanted to spend 50 naval experience, which we don't. We do not want to spend 50 naval experience on that right now. Escort carriers is going to be finishing up soon, and one thing I would actually like to do is see about getting some air superiority over here. So, like, these guys, they're only fighters, right? But if we come down, say, over here, and we put in some jet fighters and some bombers here. So we can only have 200 of each. That's fine. We'll put in jet... Do we have jet 2s? I think we don't have jet 2s yet. Yeah, we skipped that for now. Okay, we'll come back to those, but we'll for now have jet fighter 1s. And we'll have that wing be 200 strong. And we're going to tell them that their goal is to achieve air superiority here, and that'll be fine. Then we're going to also add in bombers here, 200 of them. So jet tactical bombers, they don't have the largest of range. Not at this point anyway. But we're going to get 200 of them as well. And their goal is going to be naval strike out here. Fantastic. Now we can't get any further out than this going up this direction, but at least that'll make them think twice about going there. So let's go ahead and grab, what do we want next? More sub detection? That sounds good to me. Integrated convoy defense. Let's do it. So we do need our improved depth charge mortar here in 48 days. We'll have that soon enough. And no, we have not given up on invading the Soviet Union. But we need a navy before we can do that. That is absolutely the top priority. We just captured a Soviet operative. That's nice. But honestly, I don't care. So we're going to let these finish up and put those into, I believe... Well, we'll probably max out this one and then put the rest into here, is what I think. It should be fine. We have a lot of men deployed in our Coast Guard. There's no doubt about that. And we don't probably need this many, but it'll be okay. There'll be a nice reserve for us. Okay, so we lost a convoy over here to additional 1936 submarine hulls. Very obnoxious. Very obnoxious indeed. We will be able to do region-wide industrial integration in a bit, and that is definitely going to be our next goal there. A good amount of infrastructure finishing up over here. We're making good progress on that anyway. That is always absolutely wonderful to see. And as soon as we have these improved depth charge mortars, that is when we will get our new design of destroyers going. Excellent. So we are outputting quite a large number of these things. I want to check to see, let's see here, 2, 8, 20, and 20. 0, 0, 0, and 6. 0, 3, 6, and 0. 0, 0, 0, 1. Oof. 0, 6, 0, 0. 1, 18, 0, 20. 0, 5, 0, 1. 0, 5, 0, 3. And 0, 5, 0, 1. So we still have a big naval deficit to make up, right? But we are cruising our way through this, particularly with the destroyers and subs. We are outputting somewhere around 1.5 heavy ships per year. That's going to take a very long time. Our cruisers, we are outputting about 5 per year. That's not too bad. I wouldn't necessarily mind doing, let's see here, this. Like that. And then putting in another couple of lines where we are producing heavy ships. So 1 additional line of cruisers and 2 additional lines of heavy ships, like that. Now we don't have the steel for that, and I'm aware of that, but I want to get that set up for now. That'll be fine. Yeah, they managed to sink 14 convoys there. Now this isn't super shocking, but what's going on here? Ah, we destroyed one of their submarines with our bombers. Fantastic. Now that is what we want to see. We want to see them properly starting to take some attrition over there. That will be phenomenal. How are we doing on our depth charge research? We're 14 days out on that. I'm going to bump it up to speed 5 here and cruise through these 14 days. Because honestly, there's not a whole lot going on. And let's just sit on speed 5 for a little while. It will get a little laggy. I mean, you can definitely see that. That's just the way speed 5 works in Hearts of Iron. Not really anything anybody can do about that. 7 more days on those improved depth charge mortars. That is wonderful. And as soon as we get those, we're going to start working on those fancy destroyers. Should be any moment now. 3 more days. 2 more days. 1 more day. And let's get that research. Fantastic. So the next research that we want to grab here is, I guess we'll grab some mine warfare stuff. That'll be fine. But what we really want to do right now is we really want to get a variant of the 1944 Destroyer Hull Mark I. We'll make that be the Mark II. And we are going to make this extremely emphasizing anti-submarine warfare. Like so. We can't have anything there, of course. However, we want a light battery 4 here. Now, light batteries are not great against capital ships, but that's fine. Anti-air 4 will be fine. We want a fire control system 3. We want sonar active. And this is going to be Torpedo Launcher 2. And we want the top level engine. Fantastic. Do it. Okay, so there we go. This should be the 1944 Destroyer Mark IIs now. Now, they take a little longer to make. In fact, quite a bit longer to make. Mostly due to a lack of chromium. Which that might get cycled around a bit here. Yeah, there we go. 6.95 per year. So that's definitely fewer. There's no doubt about that. I figured that would probably be the case. We just finished advanced ship torpedo launchers. Can we upgrade this again? I was under the impression that that was going to be the best that we had, but no. We absolutely can. Okay, so we'll get that upgraded there. This will still be... Well, this is actually the Mark III now. Okay, so we want this to be the 1944 Destroyer Hull Mark III. Now, I don't believe we have any others going here. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. So overall, 6.86 of those per year. We captured a Hungarian operative. That is fine. These destroyers, they are now going to be extremely powerful once they start rolling off the lines. Unfortunately, it is going to take about 2 months for them to roll off the lines. We produce about one every 2 months. But that's okay. We can just keep plugging away at it. They are extremely high quality. So that is fantastic. Also going to grab torpedo tube mine deployment. Modern ship torpedo launchers is a thing, too. We should probably grab that at some point. Yeah, we should do that. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to hopefully, fingers crossed, remember to get the next level of torpedo launcher. That'll be good. And we are going to continue focusing on our Navy. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.